Let's get right to it. This week, we witnessed one of the gravest injustices of our lifetime, the arrest of President Donald Trump. Forced to go to jail, have his mugshot taken, fingerprinted, as if he was some sort of common criminal, all at the behest of the Democrat Party. America's mayor, Rudy Giuliani, Trump's former attorney, the man who destroyed the mob, also villainized for simply doing his job. These two men single-handedly helped save New York City and the country. When the terror attacks happened, 9/11, Trump was a developer and businessman who immediately went down to ground zero and even paid for recovery efforts.
It was a very depressing scene, but I'll tell you what, you really can take heart. These firemen and policemen and the construction workers equally, the courage they have is unbelievable. I mean, they're working, digging out and lifting up steel, and above them you have 55-story buildings that are very possibly going to be pouring down on them any minute, and they're working like nothing's wrong. I mean, they're amazing.
Absolutely amazing, everything he's done. And then there's Mayor Giuliani. The year before he became mayor, murders in New York City averaged well over 2,000 a year. By the time Giuliani left office, around 300, a massive reduction, making the city of 8 million the safest big city in the country. Both men helping our nation heal when the terrorists of 9/11 tried to destroy us, tried to destroy our way of life, bring us down to our knees as a nation. Now, rather than terrorists trying to destroy our way of life, it's the Democrats. Yeah, I said it, it's Democrats. In the Biden administration, many Democrats in high positions, they have little to no experience. Their decisions impacting all Americans and even the world, like Acting Deputy Secretary of State Victoria Nuland. Here's how former U.S. Army Colonel Douglas McGregor describes her.
Wherever she goes, usually there is conflict, crisis, and fighting. And she's a strong opponent of fighting to the last Ukrainian.
Does she, do you think, have relevant experience that would qualify her to be in charge of this war?
Well, obviously she does. But, you know, it's sort of like asking somebody who has never snaked a drain or replaced a garbage disposal to be a plumber. And I think we have a lot of those in Washington. She's not the only one.
Oh, she is not the only one. Let me ask you this. Do you think Putin would have invaded Ukraine if Trump was in office? Of course not. But he saw a feckless, clueless, weak leader in Biden who had this to say as the devastation unfolded in Hawaii.
You guys catch the boots out here? That's a hot ground, man. To date, 114 dead, hundreds of people unaccounted for. I remember when I got the call, my first wife and daughter, I was a young senator, and I got a call in Washington. I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
Another lie by Joe Biden there, because that fire was contained just to his kitchen. This country is and always has been infected. It's been infected with radical leftists like New York City District Attorney Alvin Bragg and Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. But their radical ideologies have been allowed to metastasize throughout our land thanks to Joe Biden like a cancer. Willis, though, simply too ignorant to realize that by forcing Trump to have his mugshot taken, she has now effectively become the greatest campaign manager this country has ever seen. And you know what's worse than a radical Democrat? Republicans who join forces with the Democrats. You never hear about Democrats crossing party lines, but Republicans, they do it all of the time. Republicans like Chris Christie, whose entire campaign is built on hating President Trump.
Donald Trump's never going to be president of the United States again. And it becomes more and more clear to me every day that folks around this country, especially independents, and disaffected Republicans, are not going to rejoin the Trump coalition based upon his conduct over the last, 3 years since he left the presidency.
Well, since Trump left the presidency, he's been criminally indicted 4 times. This wouldn't have happened had Trump not been surging in the polls. Trump not only beating his Republican challengers by a landslide now, but a new poll shows Trump is now beating Biden. There you see it on the screen, 47 to 43%. Who are the 43%? I have no idea. The Democrat plan to destroy Trump, to destroy America one city at a time. Guess what? It is backfiring because Americans, they are waking up. Our economy is tanking. Drugs are flooding our streets. You see the Walking Dead in Philadelphia. Illegals, they've taken up residence all over these sanctuary cities, all across America, and you have to pay for it, all on the taxpayer dime. We are sick of all of it. Make no mistake, though, all of this is by design to once again bring us down to our knees, this time to be beholden to the elite ruling class. Listen, my parents, they grew up in a communist nation, so I know firsthand this playbook all too well, where neighbors were actually paid by the government to rat on each other if they saw someone making the sign of the cross in public or holding mass in their homes. Remember, history can only repeat itself if you allow it.